indicates what are the powers are delegated to the lower management. I had underlined this word, the president or any other person. So the other person are all those who have been redelegated the powers. Okay. All the service conditions in Indian Railways are given in chapter number 2 of the Indian Railway Establishment Code, volume 1, rule number 201 to 244. And the service conditions means the conditions governing recruitment, the conditions governing promotions, transfer, pay and allowances, lien, nationality, then the conditions regarding age, right? So these are all the service conditions we all must know. If not in details, we should have some idea about these service conditions. Then there are other rules governing the service conditions like hours of employment regulations, the Railways Act, which provides for the various authorities and powers like Chief Railway Safety of CRS, Commissioner of Railway Safety, General Managers, and General Managers' powers, like that. There are many things in the Railways Act. I wish you should go through it at least once, at least to know what are the contents of the Railways Act. Then there are leave rules, pass rules, pension rules, you know, railway services conduct rules. Yes, sir. Class. Railway services D&A rules means discipline and appeal rules. And then there are a number of policy letters issued time to time. So we are governed by, or we are supposed to be abide by all the rules and regulations or the conditions laid down under all these instructions. I have opened the chat box. If you have any question, you can ask the questions. Okay. So first of all, let's take the recruitment. What are the conditions governing recruitment? You know, recruitment in Group A in Indian Railway is done by two different modes. One is through promotion and one is through direct recruitment through UPSC. But the appointing authority is president and the general manager is the authority to confirm a Group A probationer into service after the successful training, successful probation period. There is no direct recruitment on Indian Railway. You all must know this. All the posts whatsoever available in Indian Railways are filled up from among the Group C non-gazetted employees by their promotion to Group B, gazetted rank. And the general manager is the appointing authority in case of Group B officer. So, and in Group A, as mentioned above, the president is the appointing authority. Recruitment in Group C is done by the general managers through RRBs. RRBs means Railway Recruitment Boards. See, all the zonal railways through their from their divisions, they take the vacancy positions and put indents to the railway recruitment boards, and in turn railway recruitment boards notifies those vacancies in terms of the CEN, that is centralized employment notice. There are 21 railway recruitment boards across the Indian Railway. Some of the RRBs cover 2-3 states, and therefore there are 21 RRBs to cater to the needs of Group C manpower. I'll repeat: appointment to Group A through UPSC, Group B by promotion of Group C employees, and to Group C it is either from RRB through direct recruitment quota or from among the lowest rank of the employees through promotions. The erstwhile Group D posts in level 1 are being filled up through RRC, Railway Recruitment Cells, functioning at zonal headquarters. One deputy CPO aiding the RRCs as chairman RRC in all the zonal railways. Date of the recruitments: earlier it used to be 50% of the direct recruitment and promotees. Now it is as per the percentage prescribed. And Group B by 100%, Group C direct recruitment as well as through promotion. Now promotion also includes two different methods. One is ranker's quota and the LDC quota. We will discuss when we discuss the promotion of Group C now. Oh, here it is. You can see that in technician grade 3, see, in all the engineering departments like mechanical, S&T, engineering, electrical, right? All this in all these technical department there are technicians, and the entry level of the technician is 1900, that is level 2. This is level 2, L2 is the entry level, and to this entry level, see how recruitment is made. 25% of the posts are filled up through direct recruitment from open market. 25% through LDC. LDC means Limited Departmental Competitive Examination, which is limited to the certain employees of the department itself. And PQ means promotion quota. Through promotion quota, the conditions governing PQ means promotion quota and LDC are different. You can see here the educational qualifications is laid down as per the Apprentice Act, and 2 to 3 years regular service is also required. Whereas here, all the staff who are otherwise eligible can be promoted from among the senior most. And for 25% RRB quota, the educational qualification is metric plus ITI or equivalent, or the National Apprenticeship Certificate issued by the NCVT. Here is how they progress further in their career. Technician grade 3, they get promoted to technician grade 2 in level 4. GP 2400 means level 4. and 26% posts are in level 4, 41% posts are in level 5. This is level 5. I'm just giving one example to make you understand how and what is the structure of a cadre of the technicians. Technician grade 1, level 5, 41% of the posts which are filled up 100% by promotion quota. That is all those who are otherwise eligible in level 2, technician grade 2, sorry, level 2 now. Technician grade 2 gets promoted to level, from level 4 to level 5, and from level 5 there is another level, that is level 6. 4200 grade pay means level 6. Earlier it used to be the GP in 6 pay commission. So 100% post in 4200 grade pay. And what is the distribution of this post? Here the number of posts are 8% of the total cadre. So if there are 100 posts, suppose in a cadre of technician in a department like engineering or the mechanical, electrical, whatever, 25% post means 25 posts will be in level 2, 26 posts will be in level 4, 41 posts will be in level 5, and 8%, that is 8 posts, will be in level 6. This senior technician is also called as master craftsman post of the master craftsman. And this is equivalent to JE, junior engineers. Which one? This master craftsman post. Grade pay number, Anudeep, grade pay number is the amount associated with the particular grade pay. 2800 denotes the amount, 2800 rupees. Earlier in 6 pay commission, there used to be pay band plus grade pay. In 6 pay commission, the basic pay constituted by two things. One is pay in pay band, plus grade pay. In 6 pay commission, there were 4 pay bands. These two components earlier used to constitute the basic pay. Whereas in 7th pay commission, you might know that the 7th commission gave us the pay matrix. And in pay matrix, there are different 18 levels. You all are in level 10, you know, right? So these GP are equivalent to the levels. So all the GPs have been now replaced by the level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Earlier GP, that is grade pay, used to denote the status of the employee or the level of the employee. Am I clear, Anudeep? For example, I'll give you some more insight about this. The GP earlier for the probationers were 5400. 5400 in 6 pay commission. GP for 5400. Right. But the pay in pay band was starting from 15,600 to 39,100. Right. So the initial pay, this 15,600 plus 5,400, these two components used to be the basic pay of the probationers in 6 pay commission. So 21,000 used to be the basic pay of probationer in 6 pay commission, that is from 1106. You all are now in 7th pay commission, governed by the 7th PC rules. We will see all these rules when you have a session on pay and allowances. I hope this is clear, Anudip. Okay, similarly in station masters, you can see there are 3 different modes of recruitment in 4200 grade. Thank you. 60%, there are only, in the cadre of station masters, there are only 2 levels. This is level 6, 4200 means level 6, and 4600 means level 7. If there are 100 posts, then 60 posts will be in 4200, that is level 6, and 40 posts will be in level 7. So this is the ratio of the posts to be maintained in the cadre. Now, out of these 60 posts, again 60% will be filled up through direct recruitment from among the degree holders, right? And the age between 18 to 30 years. 15 posts out of this 60, 15% post out of 60, that is 15 6 99 posts will be filled up through LDCE from among the staff of operating and commercial department in level 1 to level 5, and that's why it is called competitive examination. Means all the employees serving in level 1 to level 5 of the operating and commercial department can appear for the LDC. Let me tell you, limited departmental competitive examination comprises of the written test. In Indian Railways, you might be aware that in Group C recruitment, earlier there used to be a Viva was which has been removed for many years. Like there was Viva was in almost all the categories with promotions. That has also been removed, retaining only 16 categories which require to come into the contact of the public. So remaining those 16 categories, there are almost hundreds of categories in Indian Railways. So remaining those 16 categories, in almost all the categories, Viva was in promotions, the Viva was has been removed. In LDC, there is an age limit laid down for the employees. Means those who are in level 1 to level 5, they should have 5 years of regular service, not only 5 years regular service, plus they should be up to the age limit of 45 years. And for reserved category, it is relaxed by 5 more years. And the qualification prescribed is equivalent to the direct recruitment quota. You can see here. For promotion quota, in almost all the categories, leave these station master. Wherever there is promotion quota prescribed, no education is not a bar. I'll repeat. In almost all the categories in non-gazetted cadres, like station masters, JEs in engineering, then clerks, office superintendents. So in almost all the categories, wherever there is PQ, means promotion quota is prescribed, it is based on the seniority cum suitability. And when I say seniority cum suitability, it means there may be return test, there may be Viva also. Here, the educational qualification prescribed is metric in case of liverman. So there are two categories of staff who are considered for promotion to station master against the 25% post in the direct grade, direct entry grade, that is 4200. In the leverman category, pointsman, stunting man, etc., there is an age limit prescribed plus the educational qualification which is much lower than the direct recruitment. Now, whatever manpower, which is acquired by the railway is developed through training, and the training prescribed for the Group A services is, you can see that 3 years in case of all the engineering services, civil engineering, signal, electrical, mechanical, stores, right? And for I and traffic is 3 years, including 1.5 years of training, institutionalized training. Whereas in all other services, it is 2 years. 1.5 years institutionalized training and half year of training on working post. Group B officers, as soon as they get promoted to a Group B post from Group C post, they are sent for Group B foundation program at NAIR, National Academy of Indian Railway, Baroda. Earlier they used to come here, but now they are being trained online. We have so far conducted 8 such online courses of Group B foundation program. And ninth is going on, and 10th will be starting on 2nd of November. So for Group B officers, Group B foundation program is conducted through online due to these COVID-19 situations. Now after, Group B, for Group B, it is Group B foundation program at NAIR. Group C staff are trained in various training institutes across the Indian Railways, like zonal training centers or the zonal training schools. And for them, some mandatory training are prescribed for the safety category staff, that without having passed the mandatory training, exam at the end of mandatory training, they cannot be put to the working post. I'm talking about the safety category staff, like station masters, loco pilots, etc. And some other refresher training is conducted at the zonal training schools or centers. For erstwhile Group D staff, that is the lowest rank of Group C staff. Now, there is no Group D category or Group D employees in Indian Railways, you must know. Now there are only 3 groups, Group A, Group B and Group C. So earlier those who were in Group D, they all have been put in Group C in the lowest level, that is level 1. So those who are in level 1, and you just saw that the RRC, Railway Recruitment Cell, conducts the exam for recruitment of Group D staff, that is erstwhile Group D staff, and now it is in level 1 of the Group C. Like trackmen, helpers, peons, khalassis, those all are said to be erstwhile Group D staff, now in Group C, level 1. Now, after the recruitment, training, and we have come to the promotions, the service conditions governing the promotions. See, promotions can be either officiating promotions, regular promotions, low promotions. So wherever there are leave vacancies, officiating promotions of staff can be made for short-term vacancies, leave vacancies. Like in survey and construction department, wherever vacancies are exceeding 46 days to 4 months, officiating promotions from can be made from the lower grade staff to the higher grade. And in zonal railways, wherever vacancy exceeds the 30 days, then officiating promotions can be made. Ashish, I will come to your questions. First of all, let me finish with this presentation. See, promotions in gazetted cadre from junior to senior scale. Class ले जाओ शुरू प्रोग्राम में बात करो. So, promotion from junior scale to senior scale of with not less than 4 years of service. I mean, junior scale officers with not less than 4 years of service can be promoted to senior scale, whereas ad hoc senior scale can be given after 3 years of continuous service or the regular service. And for senior scale to JA grade, the Group A officers who have put not less than 8 years of service can be put to regular JAG, and for ad hoc JAG, 5 years service in Group A is sufficient. Up to ad hoc JAG, the promotions promotions are issued by the zonal railways, and from the regular JAG till all the higher levels, the promotion orders are issued by the railway board. From JAG to let me correct this. I think I'm not sure about this 30% post. JAG to selection grade is given after 13 years of service. That is the Group A officer who has entered into the 14th year of service on 1st of January from the year following the year of examination. So suppose your year of examination is say 19, then from you have to count from year 20, right? And if you enter into the 14th year of service, then you get the non-functional selection grade, and it is a part of JAG only, because the designations remain same, seniority remains the same, only it's a financial benefit. But the jump is very high. If you see the promotion, I mean level 12 and level 13, you will see there is a tremendous difference between the entry level pay in JAG and entry level pay in non-functional selection grade. NFSG or the selection grade is level. Can anyone say? कोई बताएगा मुझे क्या लेवल है?
Level 13.
Very good. Level 13. Or JAG is level 12. And from selection grade, non-functional selection grade to the SAG, the promotions are given to Group A officers having put in 17 years of service, out of which at least 8 years of service should be in JAG and 4 years should at least be on regular JAG. So these are the conditions for promotions or the career progression of Group A officers. Promotions in case of non-gazetted staff are governed by the Establishment Manual, Volume 1. For promotion to Group B post, there are two types of selections conducted. One is called the regular selection for the 70% of the Group B post, and 30% of the Group B posts are filled up through LDC. For regular promotion, 70%, 3 years of service in 4600 grade pay is sufficient, whereas in those who are in level 6, they have to be necessarily put in 5 years of service. And only non-fortuitous service is counted for this purpose. Now, what is this non-fortuitous service? This means regular service. And when I say regular service, means not ad hoc. In case of promotees, whenever they are put on a promotional post after following due procedure concerning the promotion, and in case of direct recruitment, all the procedures including their medical and all have been completed and they have been finally placed on the panel for recruitment. So this is called non-fortuitous service. In nutshell, it can be said to be a regular service, not ad hoc, not on contract basis. Promotions within Group C are again conducted through two modes, regular selection and LDC, Limited Departmental Competitive Examination. Now, regular selection may be comprised of the written test as well as viva-voce. As I said, only few categories have now viva-voce in promotions of Group C. There may be some posts which are filled up through suitability, seniority cum suitability. Where no selections are required to be conducted. See, whenever we say selection post, means the selection post which is classified by the railway board. Even general managers have no power to classify a post as selection or non-selection. It is always classified by the railway board. And there are some general selection posts like welfare inspectors in the personnel department, where applications from the volunteers are called from the staff belonging to different categories. Those who fulfill the educational qualification criteria, right? And therefore it is not limited to one department. So these are called the general posts, like welfare inspectors, law assistants, like that. Now the conditions regarding nationality. that only citizens of India or a subject of Nepal, that is, or a Bhutan or a Tibetan refugee or a person of Indian origin, right, living in Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka, etc., all these countries, they can apply for the post in Indian Railways. Reservations, we know that now including EWS, that is economically weaker sections, this is 10%. PWDs is 4% of the total posts. SC/ST OBCs is 27% plus OBC 27%, ST 7.5%, and SC is 15%. So this is almost 49.5%. 49 point, not almost, it is 49.5%. This 4% still is, is a horizontal reservation, and EWS is also a horizontal reservation. You will come to know when you learn the reservation rules. So the total reservation remains 49.5%. Monitoring of PWDs, SC/ST OBCs reservation is done at regular level. And I would mention that in case of PWDs, Supreme Court itself is monitoring the intake of the persons with disabilities. PWD means persons with disabilities, for their intake into the government service. And before any citizen who is entering into the service, he or she has to take the oath of allegiance to the government of India. You all might have taken this oath. To be abide by the true allegiance of the Constitution of India. All those who enter in service are subjected to the medical examination, and for each category, certain level of the medical examination is prescribed. Exceptions are the retrenched employee, those who are re-employed, like those who are removed from service and reinstated. If medical examination is a part of the competitive examination, and if they have already been examined, then they can be exempted. If a temporary railway servant, once medically examined, is transferred to another office, then he need not be subject to the medical examination. Those who have resigned but re-employed can be put back without medical examination. For certain categories like truck maintainers and all, first aid certificate is necessary. And these are the medical classification of non-gazetted employees. For gazetted employees, there are special medical examination not requiring all these standards: A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, C1, C2. This A1 is, for the loco pilots. Likewise, and it refers to the eyesight, the level of the eyesight. There are rules prescribed for the redeployment of the medically decategorized staff. Our safety category staff like loco pilots, station masters, guards, right? They all are subjected to the periodical medical examination that is called PME. And during the, periodically, like 3 years and all. And during that PME, if they do not pass the medical standard, then they are decategorized, like from A2 to B2 or A2 to C2, like that, or C1. So such medically decategorized staff are offered alternate employment. And if they don't want the alternate appointment in railways itself, they can prefer to go on voluntary retirement if they have put in, say, certain number of years of service. And in lieu of their service, the ward can be given employment in level 1, irrespective of the level. See, date of birth is an important entry to be made in the service record. According to the rules, a person who is not able to declare his date of birth cannot be appointed to railways. You see, earlier, when the literacy level was very low in our country, you might see that there are a number of track maintainers still working on railways who are illiterate. And in those cases, you might see that the date of birth would be 1st of June of some year. So, in any case, a railway servant is expected. क्लास चाले हाँ हाँ लगा एक मिनट. And alteration in date of birth is not permissible. Once entered, date of birth remains the same unless and until there is a documentary evidence that the entry into the service record is nothing but a purely a clerical error. Then only the date of birth can be altered, that too within the 3 years of the service. Now, there are transfers taking place while we are in the service. Now, and this transfer can be administrative transfer or the on request transfer. See, the rules regarding transfer says that up to the selection grade, the officers are supposed to remain in the same zonal railway or the same establishment. There cannot be any claim to transfer ordinarily, and it can be always a request, and therefore request transfer. In case of administrative transfer from one station to another, there are a number of benefits associated with the transfer, like composite transfer grant, some joining time, right, passes, etc. We will discuss when we have a session on pay and allowances. If there is if the transfer is on request, then you have to let go all the benefits, like pass, your composite transfer grant, everywhere, everything. Uh, Railway servant loses when he requests or she requests the on request transfer. Or there can be adaptation, transfer on adaptation. And here adaptation means adaptation to any railway companies or some other places, other organizations, other government organizations. So in case of the same seniority unit, transfer of the in case of transfer of non-graded staff in the same seniority unit, the seniority remains the same, but employee loses some benefits, as I discussed, the composite transfer grant, etc. And if the request transfer is to some other seniority unit, then employee has to lose his seniority also and is placed below all the regular and temporary employees in the new cadre or the new seniority unit. In case of mutual transfer, see, transfer normally on request transfer is made only where there is a direct recruitment quota. Means the post against which an employee from the open market can come, there only transfer can take place against that quota only, not against the promotional quota. And against this recruitment quota also, when employee comes, he has to be on at the bottom of the grade, that recruitment grade. I'll give you an example. Supposing a senior section engineer, SSEP way, permanent way, 6 on request transfer to his hometown. Now in SSE, senior section engineer, there is no direct recruitment quota. And therefore, he cannot go as a senior section engineer. He has to first take reversion to JE, junior engineer, where there is direct recruitment quota. So he will go as junior engineer only. Amit, there is a master circular on transfer. You can Google regarding transfer, rules regarding transfers. And then there is establishment manual, Indian Railway Establishment Manual. So in case of mutual transfer in the recruitment grade, only the senior senior employee loses some seniority, otherwise junior retains his seniority. Both of them are swapped in the respective seniority unit. The senior takes place of the junior employee, so he is still not put at the bottom of the in the new seniority unit, and junior retains his seniority and is interpolated in the new seniority unit as per his length of service. So transfer can take place as an inefficiency or in case of request. In case of promotional transfer, if an employee refuses the promotion, then he is debarred for 1 year. Right? So for the next 1 year, whoever gets promoted earlier than him becomes senior. So the employee loses his seniority. There are transfers of the union bearers also, but they are so much protected, and for them there are certain rules and regulations laid down that we all need to follow. I'll give you some clue about this, that if we want to transfer a union bearer, right, then in general course, even on promotion, right, then we have to follow certain procedure, that we have to take consent of the union. If that union bearer is transferred on request, there is no requirement of following the procedure. If he is transferred as a penalty or an advice from the vigilance, then again there is no requirement of taking any consent from the trade union. Whereas in all other cases, we need to take consent of the union. Now here you need to know that what if the union refuses to transfer the union bearer. Now see, according to the Industrial Dispute Act, the transfer cannot be a dispute because it is a usual service condition like others. This is only a temporary relief to the union bearer, and therefore 1 year timeline is prescribed, that within 1 year the union has to either make some alternative arrangement, or else union bearer will be transferred to the new place. So this relief can be for 1 year only, not more than that. For the sensitive posts, now there is a list of sensitive posts in the Master Circular of Transfer. But in general, sensitive posts are those posts in which employee deals with the public or deals with the bills, tenders, etc. I mean, he is directly or indirectly involved in the monetary transactions, or he is or she is involved in the establishment matters like selections, etc. So in different departments, this list of sensitive posts is prescribed. And those who are working against these sensitive posts are periodically transferred. And the period is prescribed as 4 years. In case of administrative transfer, the joining time is available to the employee according to the service conditions. But the transfer should be in public interest. This means it should not be a request transfer. In case of temporary transfer not exceeding 180 days, no joining time can be given. Right? And this is the quantum of joining time, that if the distance between the two stations is 1000 km or less, then 10 days of joining time is given. And if it is more than 1000 km, 12 days. If it is more than 2000 kilometers, then 15 days. the joining time starts counting from the date the charge is made over. आज अगर चार्ज छोड़ देते हैं किसी पोस्ट का सुबह, तो आज सुबह से काउंट होना शुरू हो जाएगा. If an employee makes over the charge on today afternoon, then from tomorrow morning the joining time starts counting. Now, what is a headquarter of an employee is, defined as either the station of posting where the personal record is maintained. So, wherever you would be going on transfer, your personal record will follow. Personal record of the gazetted officers is maintained by the accounts department. So whenever you want to see your personal record, you can approach either senior DFM or senior deputy PFA, like that. Leaving headquarters without permission can be an offense. So whenever you want to leave the headquarters, always seek a permission of your superior. According to the service conditions, see here something important is mentioned as the whole time of a railway servant is at the disposal of the government. He may be employed in any manner required by proper authority without claim for additional remuneration, ordinarily be remunerated from the consolidated fund of the government of India or otherwise. So this is the most important condition, that any employee can be employed on any post. Lien is an important concept in the government service. It is a right to hold a post. Lien gives right to hold a post. If an employee acquires lien on some other post, then he has to leave the lien from the post where whatever he was holding. So an employee cannot hold lien on two posts. Similarly, two employees cannot hold lien on a single post. In case of technical resignation, lien is maintained for a certain period not exceeding 2 years, which can be relaxed up to 3 years. So in case of technical resignations means a government servant leaving one organization to another government organization. It's called technical resignation. And in that case, lien is maintained at the previous place for 2 to 3 years, or up to the time he acquires lien on a particular post, whichever is earlier. Right? Lien is held while performing duty of the post, while on leave, while under suspension, while deputation, during the foreign service. So lien doesn't go away during this period, that is deputation, suspension, foreign service and leave. Lien can't be held during the deputation or foreign service beyond the limit. So if an employee crosses the limit of deputation or a foreign service, he has no right of lien, or whenever he is immediately absorbed in PSU, etc. So whenever an employee is absorbed, he acquires lien. and therefore he cannot hold lien on the previous post. Forwarding application is another service condition that while being under government, an employee can apply to the post outside the railways 4 times in a year. Now for applying to UPSC, there is no limit. Generally not refused, means forwarding of application is generally not refused. It can be refused only where an employee is not considered to be not applying for a post higher than the post he is already holding. So only under such circumstances, the application can be withheld. Should not be forwarded without circular notification or demanding application. So without the demand, such application should not be forwarded. At least there has to be some demand, some notification, some vacancy notification, right? Or a letter requesting the applications. So here we come to an end regarding service conditions. If you have any questions, you are free to ask now. Before that, I will look at the checkbox. What is the IDHO? Okay, which level constitute to Group B? So all the Group B officers are initially put in level 8, and after 4 years of continuous service, they are put in level 10. That is junior scale of the Group A entry. So all the Group B officers after 4 years of service are in level 10, which is equivalent to the junior scale. Which post come in level 3? Level 3, there are only few posts. Let me tell you, because some of the clerks in the commercial department are in level 3. The direct entry level is level 3. This is a question from Ashish. Yeah, Ashish. I have seen the clerical staff in level 3 in the commercial department, whereas all other clerical staff are in level 2. The direct entry level is level 2. For all the technicians in the engineering departments, technical departments, for them the entry level is level 2. So level 3 is not so popular. Group B level we have already discussed. What is the IDHO in senior scale? IDHO in senior scale is after 3 years. I have already mentioned it. What are the criterion? Okay, the criterion, you can discuss this with Senior Professor HRM and he has a class on promotions. All the rules regarding transfer are available in the Master Circular on transfer. You can see Master Circulars in our library or even on our websites. Can we be posted